Hello, boys and girls. Today we are going to talk about using a phone correctly. A phone is a wonderful piece of technology that allows you to talk to your friends and your family. You can also text with a phone. You can even play games on some phones. It's so important that you know how to use a phone correctly, that you use good manners when using a phone, and you use a phone when you have permission to use it. This video will talk to you more about the right ways to use a phone. When you were a little kid, you may have played with a phone like the phone on the top. With this phone, you could pretend to call your grandparents or even a friend. It was fun to use that kind of phone when you were little, but now that you're older, you probably use the kind of phone on the bottom, a cell phone or maybe even a phone that is at your house. When you were little and playing on your pretend phone, your parents probably had you practice what to do to speak on a real phone. Now that it's time for you to use these rules, let's review them. First, your folks probably taught you that when you speak on a phone, you need to speak slow and clear so that the person on the other end can understand what you're saying. Your folks also taught you not to shout in a phone. You need to use a big voice, but shouting is not pleasant for the person on the other end. They also probably talked to you about identifying yourself on the phone. If you call someone, you should start by saying, "Hi, this is Holly," or your name, so that you can tell the person who you're calling who you are. As a phone user, it's also important that you understand appropriate times to use the phone. First of all, you should always be sure that your parents are okay with you making calls or being on the phone. When it's time to do homework, it is not an appropriate time to be on the phone. You should put your phone away when you're trying to focus on your schoolwork. Also, when it's bedtime, your phone should be put away. You should not be on your phone texting or playing games when you should be resting. Both of these things can have an impact on your school. If you cannot be responsible with your phone, it is likely that your parents will take it away. When using a phone, you should also be mindful of the time of day. It is not appropriate to try to contact people via call or text too early in the morning or too late at night. You should be respectful of other people and what they may be doing. If you think it's too late to phone someone or to text someone, it probably is. Perhaps the most important thing to consider when using a phone is to be polite to the other people you are with. No one wants to hang out with someone who is constantly on their phone. If you are on your phone when your other friends are around, they may feel like you're ignoring them. It is important that when you're around other people, you show respect to them by putting your phone down and giving them the attention that they deserve. As you can see, there is a lot to consider when using a phone. A phone is a great piece of technology that lets us communicate with other people in a lot of different ways. But it is so important that you use appropriate manners and rules when using a phone.